after a week off, it's back to work for the Lions as they get set to face a division rival with Minnesota at Ford Field today. Coming up on Lions Game Day Live, we're downtown getting you ready for this one with Wojo, Birchie, and TJ Lang. We'll give you 3 things to watch for. Head into the film room with Dan Campbell for the coach's scouting report. And sit down with rookie offensive lineman Tate Ratledge. Danny Rogers had a chat with Lions defensive back Nick Whiteside, who was part of a great performance by the secondary against Tampa Bay. And speaking of the Bucs, we'll head back a couple of weeks to that big victory in Wired for Sound.
But he was laughing to the end zone. He was laughing.
No, he wasn't.
Yes.
Jennifer Hammond has the latest on injuries, plus she'll bring you the thoughts of Aidan Hutchinson and J.J. McCarthy as the former teammates get set to face each other. And Woody wondered about playing the piano with Christian Mahogany.
What's tougher, memorizing a piano piece or memorizing your Lions playbook?
Oh, for sure. I don't want to. It's the piano.
It's the Lions and Vikings in an NFC North battle. And we've got it for you starting with Lions Game Day Live right now. In downtown Detroit, Week 9 of the National Football League, and the Lions are set for an NFC North battle against the Vikings. 10 weeks remain in the regular season as the Lions come off the bye and look for a win against one of their top rivals. Good morning, everybody. Great to have you here with us. Regular cast alongside TJ, Woj, Birchie.
Bye week should be 2 weeks, by the way.
I was you got your Halloween candy.
Thank you, TJ.
You're welcome.
So I was watching the baseball game last night.
Oh, really?
And I found myself looking at it, and I said, I know what this game is.
Yeah.
It's for the World Series
Game
title.
7.
And then I found myself wondering when I woke up this morning, Woj, what time is it?
Well, I wondered that too.
It's so sunny already.
10:02 if you haven't turned your clocks back. No, in all seriousness, Woj,
Yeah.
what is this game?
Well, first of all, why were the Dodgers using all their pitchers so long in those extra innings? That's not the way you do it. What the heck is going on? You know what? I thought the same thing while I was watching that game, as a longtime Dodger fan, as you know. And you know what I thought? I thought it's time to find the next gear. It is time. The offense, I won't say anybody wants a sputter like
and
the
you're
Lions.
looking for a gear in Ford Field.
Well, no, it starts now. The NFC North will be none coming for, and that's true in Ford Field. They've averaged 20 points a game the last 2 games, and they've been talking about just a few things missing on that offense. They are 11-3 against NFC North teams the last 2 years, and you know this division is about to be decided, and it's not going to be decided by the Lions if they're only averaging 20 points a game. Find the next gear.
You've had the car in the shop for a week and a half. How valuable are these bodies?
Yes.
Yeah, very. You got to. It's a perfect time just to hit the reset button, right? You get away from football a little bit. You need to find a balance, even when you're a professional athlete. Is you miss a lot of time with family. A lot of these guys have kids. Like, hey, let me go catch up with time. Reset your mind a little bit and shut the body down and really just try to regroup for these last 10 regular season games plus whatever playoffs you're going to be playing. It's going to be a grind from here on out.
On this date 3 years ago, the Lions were 4-19-1 under Holmes and Campbell. They're 40-11 since, which is the best in the NFL. And over the last 18 months, they've committed just shy of $1 billion to keep 10 of their core players, which brings me to Woj. Brings me to. Most NFL teams have $1 million toys. The Lions now have the $1 billion boys. The outlook here has never been so sunny. As Kirby said, we like money. They've all played a part in the Lions' ascension. So has Brian Branch, who's back from suspension. Woo. This defense is starting to pick up steam. Aidan versus J.J. is Wojo's dream. with J.J. back in the state where he's known as a winner, Woj, the Lions might cook your boy for dinner. Dan Miller, take it away.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
A couple of those rhymes were predictable this week. I'm not going to lie. The suspension one was a little predictable.
You got it next week.
Suspension one was a little predictable.
TJ is the toughest
my God.
that there is.
You would think he was Robert Frost himself.
Just honest.
Gosh,
I've read a lot of Hemingway. My expectations are high.
Let's swing it over to Hammer, who's here this
Quite a
morning
poet.
as well. She's got more on this one. Good morning, Hammer.
You know what? I think the only rhyme that TJ knows is beer and cheer.
Which is a good rhyme.
It's a great rhyme. We enjoy it. Dear, bring me a beer and we can cheer. All right. Anyway, well done. I really enjoyed that one, Will, especially because you did weave in Wojo. All right, let's get to the Figer Law injury report. And things are kind of looking a little bit better for the Lions, although one guy that they will be missing, and this is a big one, is Kirby Joseph. That knee is still giving him some trouble. Craig Reynolds, Malcolm Rodriguez still out. Listed as questionable as Taylor Decker, but I am here to tell you he's going to play. We're going to see our buddy in there. But the guys who are back are even more important, as Terrion Arnold and Brian Branch and Al-Qadin Muhammad are also going to be on the field today. Also back for the Minnesota Vikings is J.J. McCarthy, and as Will alluded to, he and his former teammate Aidan Hutchinson are going to go head-to-head in their first NFL game against each other. Of course, we talked to Hutch earlier this week. He is really hoping to sack J.J. He might go a little easy on him. It is our Macomb County Veterans Services big picture as those two talk about facing each other for the first time.
I think I texted him when we got drafted, telling him I'll roll off a little bit on the end and not try to, you know. But it's going to be fun. It is fun when you play against, I mean, even last week playing against Ben Bredesen, we played together for a few years, and you're able to share in the moments in between that people don't see. You share, you know, good moments, funny moments, laughing. I'm super excited. He's a great competitor, great player, and I'm looking forward to it.
He's a great player, you know, fantastic leader, and he's going to have that defense rolling. And, you know, we're not expecting him, but we're also expecting him to make some plays because you got to give him that credit. He is that good. So just being able to, you know, take advantage of all the little details in the game plan and make sure we execute, you know, all the little things, then that'll give us our best shot.
And as he admitted earlier this week, Hutch said that new contract doesn't change a thing for him. He is $180 million of that Lions billion-dollar price tag that Will was talking about. As for J.J., he was the NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 1, guys. Coming off that performance against the Bears, hasn't played since then. He is eager to get back out there. We shall see how that unfolds. Dan?
All right, Hammer, thank you very much. Let's get to three things we're keeping an eye on in this matchup that might indicate how this game is going. That is brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union. Number one, cool the Jets.
Yeah,
no one in the NFL quite like Justin Jefferson, the NFL's all-time leader in receiving yards per game. He lives up to the J-Jets nickname, as Lions fans know all too well. Dan, in his first 5 games at Ford Field, and brace for impact here, 43 catches for 730 yards. But in his 6th last year in the NFC North deciding game, he ran into Amik Robertson, and Amik Robertson held him to 3 catches for 54 yards. And it came as a shock to, I think, most people watching nationally. But as Amik said in very Amik fashion this week, new to the world, old to me. It was the latest chapter in a rivalry that dates back to their high school days in Louisiana. And in fact, in one recruiting camp back then, they had to be literally pulled apart by coaches because they were going at each other so hard. They clashed again in college, a few times in the NFL since. They'll clash again today. They both love to talk, they both love to compete, and they both burn to win. This is swagger versus swagger. As Amik might say, get your popcorn ready.
We will see what happens in this one coming up. Number 2 and 3 things to watch. Rattle the kid, TJ.
Yeah, rattle the Birchie kid, which we're going to do after the show. But no, J.J. McCarthy, I know he said rookie. Technically, he's only played 2 games. Look, jury is still out on this kid. I mean, he's over the 8 quarters that J.J. has played, 7 of them not very good. 18 of 33, 214, 3 interceptions, a fumble. He did have that 4th quarter against Chicago where he went 6 for 8, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns, and added a rushing touchdown as well. I think he's got talent. This defense needs to continue to build on their identity. I thought the biggest adjustment that they made against Tampa Bay a couple weeks ago before the bye was getting back to man coverage, trusting your front 4 to get home, create some havoc, and those guys did that. And having a Lee McNeil back is huge. I think that if you can push the pocket on J.J. McCarthy, some of his dropbacks, he's only taken about 1 or 2 steps back, and he's trying to get his first read. If the first read's not there, you can see him kind kind of ducking his eyes a little bit not to make a mistake. I think some of those interior guys can have a huge impact on there today. And look, I think we expect Minnesota's tackles to play today, but those guys have been banged up with Brian O'Neill and Christian Darrisaw. Aidan Hutchinson coming off of a heck of a week for himself and his family. He could hit another gear today as well.
All right, let's get to number 3 and 3 to watch. Mo Demo and J-Mo Wojo.
Well, if I'm listening to these guys, it's basically just stop the JJs, right? Jefferson, that's it. Once you do this.
Nothing less.
No. I got more for you. Okay. J-Mo, Johnny Morton, needs to get the ball to J-Mo, Jamison Williams, and D-Mo, David Montgomery. Now, when I say needs to, I will temper it a bit, okay? It's not like the offense is broken, but it's to the point where during the bye week, they did some soul searching, and Jamison Williams went to Johnny Morton, the offensive coordinator, and said, are there things we can do? What am I doing wrong? And Dan Campbell said, we got guys who aren't doing anything wrong, but they're not getting enough production. They're going to get to that, and they really have Johnny Mo, that's Jamison Williams. J-Mo. Yeah, that's different than Johnny
Which Mo is it?
29 yards per receiving per game less than last year. Montgomery, 15 yards rushing less per game than last year. Again, not a huge gulf they have to close, but if they all agree something needs to be adjusted, then adjust it. And you know what else you do? Find the next gear.
Does Wojo Damas think that J-Mo gets a TD today?
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does.
We'll take a break. We'll come right back. I'm glad you're with us. It's game day in Detroit. Lions and Vikings coming up, and you'll see it right here on Fox 2. We're getting ready for it. All right, welcome back live from Ford Field as we get you ready for the Lions and Vikings. It is time for the Coach's Scouting Report as we take a look at this matchup with the head coach, brought to you by Eastern Michigan University.
Coach, to start here, you're normally a narrow focus guy, but you did take a moment as the guys came back to kind of take a look at the whole NFC. What was your message there?
I just wanted them to just see what it looks like. It's pretty competitive right now, just top to bottom. There's a lot of wins. We're right there in the middle of it, and this thing is going to shake out in November. What we're getting ready to face here, you're going to see the risers and fallers. And so just stay the course, take it one game at a time. That was the message.
And even though you're looking big picture, as you said right there, what it really boils down to is focus on what's in front of you.
Focus on what's in front of you.
Yeah, all right, J.J. McCarthy, let's start with him. He's going to get the starting quarterback this week. Not unlike a lot of quarterbacks you've seen this year, you got to contain this guy. We're going to see his ability to move here.
You got to contain him. We did do a lot of work on McCarthy. He's right in our backyard, obviously. Really, look, good player, man. He's a winner. Let me show you from here behind. You just mentioned it. Very good athlete. He can process information pretty quickly here. Yes, he's young. He's gaining his reps. He gets better as he goes. But these are the things he can do, man. He's got a pocket. He's mobile enough to run. And that's where he can hurt you is with his legs.
And I want to take one more look at him. I know he struggled a bit, but I'm sure your message will be expect his best, and you're going to see a heck of a throw right here.
Yes, you are. This is another good one to just see from behind. This was Chicago, week 1. This was an impressive game for him. Had some errors, threw an interception, then came back and helped them win the game. Man, made some critical throws in crunch time. This throw here is outstanding. This just kind of shows his poise. They do have good protection. He finds it. He steps up, and then look at this throw. This is double coverage, by the way. So, but this guy, that's 18, can win. And if you got an arm and anticipation, this is what you can do with it. And that's what McCarthy's got.
All right, speaking of 18, I don't care if it's 3rd and 30. This guy gets your attention. His catch radius is the stadium, and we're going to see him make a nice play against Denzel Ward here.
Well, all you got to do is put up in 23 when we went out there to Minnesota and double coverage 3rd and a mile, and he goes up over us. So, one of the best receivers in this league right now, unbelievable catch radius. This one, more importantly, just give him a chance is what they're telling the Q. This is Wentz here, and he'll do the rest, and that's what he's capable of. So, look, we know we got our hands full with this guy. He's a hell of a player, and he's a complete receiver.
Let me get to the other side for a second. Jalen Redmond, a guy who's kind of bounced around a little bit, but he's found to home now. 3 sacks, 5 tackles for losses.
I respect this player, the way he plays, the way he goes about his business. He plays the run, and he can push the pocket in the pass game. And I really noticed him last year. I'm like, man, this guy, he's a pretty good player, and he's even gotten better and better and grown. But this is him. Man, he's active, low to the ground, plays with leverage, get an edge, and he's violent, man. So we got to be ready for him.
All right, we hear about this Brian Flores defense a lot. What it's going to do is test your offensive line. You've got to be operating as one. You got to be cohesive against these guys, or they can be in for a long day.
That is the key, Dan, is those big guys up front working together. They're going to throw a lot at you. They mix the looks. They bring it here. They bring it here. They overload. They bring it in the middle. And so as long as those guys are all together and the quarterback's in tune with where this protection's going or any changes he wants to make, we should be good.
All right, Danny Rogers joins us now from DetroitLions.com, Lions team reporter. What's happening?
Nothing
you ready?
much. I'm ready.
You have a nice break? You ready for back
I've
business?
had too much of a break. We're ready to go.
You're ready to go. Well, the story last time we were here was about that secondary and not who they didn't have, but who they did have when the game ended. You dove a little bit deeper into that.
Oh, yeah. Detroit's Week 7 matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers included going up against quarterback Baker Mayfield, who probably looked at his receiver, Emeka Egbuka, and said, hey, you've got a guy named Nick Whiteside covering you. I'm going to throw you some touchdown passes. Oof, did they learn who Whiteside is the hard way. He didn't give up a single catch to Egbuka. He had 3 pass breakups. And the best part about all of this, Whiteside is a hometown kid of the Detroit Lions. He's from Auburn Hills. He's living a Cinderella story right now. And now all the NFL offenses have to be on high alert if Nick Whiteside checks into that secondary.
In Week 7, Monday Night Football in Detroit, the NFL world learned who Nick Whiteside is, and this is your hometown team. You're from Auburn Hills. 3 pass breakups against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What was your mindset in terms of attacking your assignment and going in and stepping up when your number was called, Nick?
Just staying ready. Just all week, just staying ready, whether I got reps or didn't get reps. Just, just showing the guys that, I could be dependable and just pretty much build off what I did during training camp, honestly. So
You played at Avondale High School, went on to D2 Saginaw Valley State, where you met your best friend, Trevor Nowoski.
Yes, sir.
Short stint with the Commanders, then you went to the UFL, finally back home to Detroit. How do you possibly describe your football journey?
It's been a long one, some long nights, some days of, questioning myself whether I wanted to continue it, but, God makes no mistakes. God kept me level-headed and made sure I kept going. And, my support system, my family, my loved ones was making sure that, just keep going and, hopefully something was shaped and my agent as well. So, yeah.
You were cut by Detroit coming out of training camp, didn't make the practice squad. Then about a month passes, Detroit calls you up, they sign you back to the practice squad. What did that 1 month look like of waiting around?
A little bit of a shock, but wasn't, I kind of was preparing for both sides, but I just went back to work and just kept going at it, kept trying to get better, and just hopefully whenever someone will give me an opportunity, whether it was a workout or assign me, that I'd be ready. And I think the most important thing was making sure that I was in football shape, doing extra stuff, so that way, I get back out here, I'm not cramping or doing, not doing all the, right stuff on the field. So I just went back to work. I was working out at Impact Sports with Jim Cavasso, so yeah.
What were mom and dad's thoughts, their reactions as they're watching you Monday night inside Ford Field back down every ball that came your way?
They was excited. I mean, they've been excited since training camp. Just just being here for the home team, and I think it's just been a blessing. So that way, my whole family can be here. But they thought I played out of my mind. But it's just it was the right opportunity, the right time, to where I was able to display a glimpse of what I can do. I feel like I got much more to go, and and that's going to come with hard work and dedication.
Pretty cool. And there's some ties there between him and Lions offensive coordinator Johnny Morton.
Fun fact, Nick Whiteside was a receiver coming out of high school. So the man he looked to was Johnny Moe, who had already been in the league, done his whole coaching cycle. I asked Morton about it this past week. He's like, to be honest, I was already catching up on the last offensive drive. I didn't see any of his plays, but his story reminds me of myself. So Coach Morton is a huge fan of Nick Whiteside.
All right, good stuff, Danny. Check out Danny on DetroitLions.com all week long as she provides coverage of the team. Check us out when we come back on the other side. Much more on Lions Game Day Live as we get you ready for the Lions and the Vikings here at Ford Field. Time now for the Big Cat of the Week, brought to you by Pet Supplies Plus. In the Lions' Monday night victory over Tampa Bay, Jahmyr Gibbs rushed for 136 yards, including a 78-yard TD run in the second quarter. He also caught 3 passes for 82 yards in the 24-9 win. Off the bye, he gets the honor for 2 weeks. Jahmyr Gibbs is your Pet Supplies Plus Big Cat of the Week.
I'm Aidan Hutchinson, and you're watching Lions Game Day live on Fox 2 Detroit.
That was Tate before he got his $180 million. He's much more upbeat now. Now, you know what? The great thing about him is he never changes, so you never have to worry about him. That dude just goes out there to wreck things, but well-deserved on the new contract. All right, we've talked about the fact the offensive line is going to be a big key in this game today. Communication, and those young guys, who Johnny Morton told me are not young anymore, they're now veterans, are going to be a part of it. Sat down this week to talk about Tate Ratledge. We hit on that among a number of other things. The sit-down brought to you by the DTE Foundation.
I was thinking about you, and I was looking at it. So you're 5 years at Georgia, 2 national championships. You're 5-2 in the NFL. When's the last time you had a losing season in football?
Never. I don't think I ever did.
Never had a losing season?
I never had one in high school. I don't think I had one in middle school. Then, yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't think I ever did.
That's good stuff.
I've been fortunate to have
nothing better than
teams.
Winning, too, is there?
You're right about that.
I mean, you get to share that with your teammates is the best thing. This journey for you, how important is it to have guys like Graham and Panay and Taylor to kind of help you understand what it is to be in the NFL and everything you need to be successful?
I mean, it's huge. Those guys have done more for me since I've been here than I can even talk about. I mean, I've talked to some other buddies around the league, and they told me that I'm very lucky to have that in our room, and especially Graham, Panay, Deck. They've kind of all taken me under their wing and showed me the ropes.
All right, so you're obviously an elite athlete, or you wouldn't be in the NFL. You're playing next to a freak in Panay. I mean, are there things he does that you're just like, come on, man?
I mean, I remember I talked to one of my friends back home after the Bucs game, and it was about that screen that we threw out there. And I was talking about the things he does in space is some of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my life, especially at that size.
There was that Green Bay game, which was not the best for, let's just say, your group. And then it feels like the next 6, it kind of came together. So if you look back on it now, what would you say happened in that game? Just kind of head spinning a little bit?
Yeah, I think it was a reality check for me. It was a lot different. And, I mean, I'm never going to make excuses for how I play. I just knew that I had to be better after that. There was no excuses for me having those mental errors and things like that. So kind of just growing from that and understanding, okay, this is what I have to do, and I can't let that happen again.
10 games left. Final thing here. You're locking in kind of for the grind now. How much fun is it to look at what's ahead? Because you've been through challenges before. You've been in big-time games before, and you're headed for more now.
I mean, it's different because the longest season I ever played in college was 15 games, and that's when we won it all. We played every game we possibly could and won it all. And to think that our regular season's not even over if I was playing that season. So it's different, but it's a fun challenge to look forward to. I mean, it's football. That's what everybody loves to do.
Woj, when was your last losing season?
Well, don't think
last year
like a microphone.
Last year in the picks, fella.
Yeah, spoiled.
Can't remember my last one. No, I did deal with the 0-16 Lions one year.
Yes, you did.
I
remember that as well. TJ was like 7 when that happened.
I think I was still in the NFL.
I wasn't born yet.
All right, Woody Wonders. This week he found the other young offensive lineman, Christian Mahogany. This brought to you by Bill Brown Ford.
Good luck, Christian. Luckily, he's a BC kid.
All right, Dan, wondering about a lot of things today, and right now I'm wondering about pianos and musical instruments. And for that, I've got offensive lineman Christian Mahogany. Christian, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, first question is, what kind of music do you play?
I play anything, really. Adele. I like Adele. Billie Eilish is easier on the piano. More like musical talent to songs. I look up the notes and I'll just go ahead and play.
Who inspires your piano style? Is it more Billy Joel, or is it more Elton John, or Beethoven?
I'm just playing just for fun, you know. We had a joke in the line room back at school. They were like, oh, you can't play the piano. So when I was training for the combine, I bought my first keyboard back, and I started playing, and then I showed them the video, and they were like, "Oh, impressed."
What's your go-to song to play?
Ocean Eyes, Billie Eilish.
No, okay. What's tougher, memorizing a piano piece or memorizing your Lions playbook?
Oh, for sure. I don't want to. The piano for sure. I think the playbook's a little bit easier, but the piano, all the keys, knowing where everything's at is harder.
If the Lions locker room had a piano, who would be the first teammate to sing along?
Sione Vaki.
Really?
Easy.
Oh, okay. If you could play a duet with anyone, who would it be?
Vaki.
Oh, okay. Most surprising song on your piano playlist?
More probably Adele. Adele's the hardest.
Last question. Do you worry about injury on the O-line? I mean, with fingers and things like that? I mean, because you're in there like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so...
It's more fun, you know. I play it for fun, and it's like a joy to me now. It's like my hobby. So if my fingers stop working, I'll still try to play.
I wonder what kind of hobbies they got on the desk. What do you think, Dan? What's TJ's hobby? Ask him.
TJ, Woody wants to know, what's your hobby?
Oh. I don't think I can say that on this type of show.
Oh, God. Family show.
Last time we were here.
Whoa.
I was going to say, last time we were here, the Lions had a heck of a night against Tampa Bay. When we come back, we'll go back.
Oh, nice.
And relive that one on the other side as we get ready for the Vikings coming up today. Salute to service for the Lions here at Ford Field.
I try to golf, Miller. I try to golf.
Hey, as we said, last time we were here, Lions picked up a big win on Monday night against Tampa Bay with the legend of whom that even Kelvin Shepard kind of
he embraced
this
that.
week.
It's the Legion of whom, by the way, Dan Miller.
Legion of whom. Yes, exactly right.
It was legendary, though.
It sure was.
Legendary.
Wired for Sound this week brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Back to Ford Field we go for the Tampa Bay game.
You guys want to see what this story all about? We're going to come out here and show it.
Throwing, got the man. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
Close it out.
Can you smell it?
Smells good. Good job up front, man. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, pistol.
Let's go. Bring it here tight. These are the ones we dreamed about growing up, boys. These are the ones. Monday night at home. What do you think?
I got all faith in y'all boys, bro. I know y'all got all faith in me. Today, it's on us. We want to no fucking way. If you love this, you gotta love the moment. You gotta love the moment. That's goddamn Phil swag. That's goddamn Phil swag. 7 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We already know what it tastes like. We gotta come out here, put that shit on the fucking line. Yeah. Every time. It's gonna take it off, fellas. But we want it that way. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jared with 5 on the play clock takes the ball back, looking, throwing middle, and is caught. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's gone, baby. 10-5, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions. Goff to St. Brown, 27 yards, and the Lions strike first. So Goff on first down, hands to Jahmyr Gibbs. There he goes, foot race, right side. You got no shot at catching that man. 10-5, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions.
He was done. All right, man. When you got to the line of scrimmage, it's over. There's not many of them that gonna get you there.
He's smiling. Last 30 yards, he was smiling.
But he was laughing to the end zone. He was laughing.
No, it wasn't.
Yes. He's smiling. I really want to know how fast he just went right there.
He may hit a PR.
Let's get a punch up.
Let's go. Why not you?
There's the snap. Mayfield back. Blitz comes. Mayfield throws middle. Caught. Across the 40. Ball's out. It is free on the ground. Lions say they've got it at the 41-yard line. Aidan Hutchinson's got it.
Nice, Hutch. Amika's so good at
that, bro.
On 2nd and 7. Spinning grab by Gibbs, and he's got room. He's got blocking. Cuts back. Down at the 5. Tackled by Winfield. First and goal from the 5. Why not? Gibbs again. Spinning touchdown.
You almost took the screen to the house. Good work, y'all. That spin cycle nasty, boy. Oh, no, that's nasty, y'all.
Out of the Shotgun snap back, throws, end zone. It is knocked away and incomplete. What a terrific defensive play for the Lions that time by Nick Whiteside.
Here's 4th down and 8. End zone incomplete. And what a job by this Lions defense. Nick Whiteside.
Hey, Whiteside! You told me! There, boy! Every time! Every time! Every time! It don't matter! It's gonna take all of us! It's gonna take all of us!
Hey! Better hold it down, my brother! Better hold it down, man! All I was telling myself last drive, play for the guy next to you.
That's a good W. Over a good team. That's 5-1 ball team, ain't it? They got the division, top of the conference. Right. And they got 9 points.
How about the defense? Yeah. 9 points allowed, 4 of 16 on 3rd down, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, 252 yards allowed, man. That's outstanding.
It feels so good to be back, man. Bro, that was a long recovery for me, bro. To be back mean a lot to me, man. I gotta, man, this really go to Shep, man. He didn't put us defense in a great position, bro. We go out and make plays, bro. I gotta give this to my defensive coordinator, man.
I already know, bro. I ain't shit without y'all, bro. Forever in the day, this league been about players, always will be about players. That's why it was an honor for me to take this job. Fellas, it's only the beginning. Yes, do y'all see how good we can be? Yes, sir.
Let's come back hungry. Yes, 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Always fun when you get that victory. When we come back, we're going to talk about a player that is back, Brian Branch.
Oh, none other
back
than.
in the secondary for the Lions this week.
We heard in the poem.
Big addition back off the suspension. We'll have that on the other side. Stick with us. It's game day in downtown Detroit.
Nice microphone.
Time now for Lions Trivia, brought to you by Sod Meats. With a victory today over Minnesota, Detroit will have won 6 straight games against the Vikings. When was the last time the Lions beat the Vikings 6 times in a row? Was it between 90 and 92, 61 to 63, or never? The answer is coming up. Here's the answer to the Lions trivia question, brought to you by Sod Meats. With a win today over the Vikings, the Lions will have 6 straight wins over Minnesota. That has never happened before in the 64-year history of this rivalry. All right, as we've talked about, Lions are thrilled to know they have depth in the secondary. They showed that against Tampa Bay, but also happy to be getting their guys back this week.
Absolutely. Brian Branch is a guy who plays with a ton of passion. He has been called the heart and soul of this defense. And for the Lions today, when they have him back on the field, he knows that he's going to have to be careful with those emotions, make sure they stay within the line. He also did something pretty interesting this week. Take a listen.
I feel like I shot a team in the foot with what I did, and for them to have my back, you know, I love them for that. And like I said, I go to war for them any day of the week. And yeah, that's gonna be like that until it's all over. I think they notice where I stand with them, as far as like, I die out there for them boys, and you know, I play as hard as I can to, you know, just help us. Just do what I got to do to help them, man. You know, I scratch and claw. I'll go to war with them, pretty much.
BB, he's got 2 weeks off now, so he's got fresh legs. He's ready to go. You know, a great little bye week in the middle, and I'm excited. I mean, BB is he's one of the, you know, one of those guys on our defense who's really the heart and the soul, and the tone setter. You know, so it's. Can't wait to have him back.
Branch, who admitted that it was just too painful to watch his teammates play against the Bucs without him, comes back with not only fresh legs, but also a fresh perspective, as he decided during the bye week to get baptized.
Just turn over a new relief. You know, I feel like I need to be saved by God. Just going through a time like that. And just, yeah, it's a new relief.
As much as Branch learned about himself and the ways that he can better deal with his emotions during that one-game suspension, he also learned a lot about the depth in the Lions secondary and the guys who stepped up in his absence.
Honestly, they played together. They played better than how we played, to me, all year. So I was too eager to get back out.
Yeah, and it's cute that he says, those guys played so well. I really wanted to get back out there. But to the point that he decided during the bye week, you know what? I do feel like I need to be introspective. And he decided to get baptized. He got baptized last Wednesday. It's really incredible. Like there's a big misnomer about who Brian Branch is as a guy. And we know he's a soft-spoken, very thoughtful, sensitive human being.
For anyone wondering if we'll see a different Brian Branch today, I asked him what version of himself we should expect to see, and he looked down and said, relentless aggression. Yes. He's going to be the same player. The key is this, Woj. Between the whistles, keep the fire. After the whistle, keep your cool. And he's heard that message over and over now from teammates, from coaches, even from himself. But, TJ, nothing makes that resonate quite like having to miss a game and miss a game check. I think he has received the message now.
Yeah. Take a break, come right back. Picks are next. Woo! Vikings coming up on Fox 2. There's the odds makers brought to you by J.J. Coffee.
Tiny hand.
That's a good look right there. Whoa, Joe, 5-2, 4-3, Hammer 1-6. Today, Lions, Vikings, Ford Field, the number 8.5. Lions favored by 8.5. Danny Rogers, what are you looking at?
I'm a Michigan Wolverine, so I don't love saying this, but you have to make J.J. McCarthy stay miserable today for the defense, and then I think Lions can do whatever after that.
I think this game is swung by a Brian Branch interception in his return to the lineup. I think this offense rolls. Lions 31, Vikings 13.
Everybody will be looking at Jameson Williams, right? Time to get him the ball? No. Amon-Ra St. Brown will have 10 receptions today. Lions 30, Vikings 14.
Lions 28, Vikings 21. They will cover. TA gets his first pick.
Oh, I like that.
I'm definitely going against Hammer now, so I got to take the Lions. It feels like it could turn into a track meet. I'm looking at a game probably 38-21, Lions favor.
Don't forget, after the game, our post-game show right here. Reaction from the locker room, highlights as well. We'll see you after the game, and we'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock with a full wrap on the works. Enjoy the game. Keep it right here on Fox 2.